Tickets are on sale now at bostonwrestling.com for our 20th anniversary Back to the 80s WrestleFest, Saturday, November the 13th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. Wrestling fans, it's time to rock. WWE legend Marty Jannetty of the Rockers returns for 3 big nights, Wednesday, September the 1st through Friday, September the 3rd. Marty will be taping historical Wrestling Insider episodes, live specials, Insider autograph signings, support wrestling superstars, pre-order autographed 8x10s now over at bostonwrestling.com. This September, get your sunglasses ready. It's time to party with Marty.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, it is Monday night, August the 16th, 2021. WWE Monday Night Raw has come to an end as we are now just 5 days away from the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam 2021 in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we speak right now, though, I am Dan Marty, joined by the man that nearly blew the roof off of the United Center on night 1 at SummerSlam 1994, a WWF Tag Team Championship manager extraordinaire. I'm talking about the one, the only, the host of Wrestling Insider's Monday Night Mission, a man with only 5 letters in his name, OSCAR, Oscar. Oscar, it is a pleasure as always to have you here on your show.
I gotta dispense with the pleasantries. What the hell happened?
It's out of control with Atlas. He went on the show with sunglasses at night over the weekend with his sob story. He went from saying he made $55 a night when he was here to $200, so I think he realized everyone knew he was lying about the $55, so he's slowly increasing it. And then he tried to claim that we're trying to take his Social Security check from him, Oscar, and he started to cry on Sunglasses at Night's program.
How could you take his Social Security check?
Well, here is what I will tell you the truth and tell you what really happened. I was explaining to one of the professionals here at the studio the ongoing saga with Tony, and they said, well, you know what, if he stole the money and he doesn't want to do any of the work and you really want to zing him, you can send him, I forget the number of it, but basically an independent contractor form from the IRS for him to fill out. And I guess once he got that text message with the picture of the form, he was rather upset. But I'm not trying to steal his Social Security check. As you know, Oscar, the only thing I would like the man to do is the work that he was paid to do. I never wanted him to leave. I never wanted any negativity. I like Tony. If he would do the work that he said he would do, and the fans wanted him back, I'd welcome him back. It's ridiculous. But I tell you this, this is what gets me, though, Oscar. You know what? I can take the bullets. I understand. I don't know these people that host that show in New York. They could be good people for all I know. I've never met them. But they have leached off of our work. They have tried to come up with these clickbait headlines trying to knock Boston wrestling and everything we do, and I don't like that. But what really bothers me is when they put out fictitious content like that the kids can find someday. I work too hard with what I do for my kids someday to question me about trying to steal Tony Atlas's Social Security check. You know what I mean? So with that said, tomorrow night, folks, at 10 p.m. what a night, if you're on the Patreon, as Billy Jack Haynes said, bombshell tonight. Because when I got home from our live SummerSlam 1989 watch-along Sunday night, Oscar, do you know what was waiting for me in my email box? Are you there? Are you guessing? Oscar. Baby, brother. Indiana's finest. Oscar, where are you? Are you still there? Let me see if you're... No, Oscar is gone. I guess I got to call him back. All right, let's see. I have a new iPhone 12 that Howard Miller is trying to teach me how to use along with baby Marty. Call Oscar FaceTime audio.
Making a FaceTime audio call to Oscar.
Thank you. All right, let's see what the hell happened to Oscar. Oscar was in shock, I guess. Oscar!
Hello?
Oscar!
Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, I know. I moved my headphones, and when I do that, it automatically falls off or something. That's totally my fault.
Well, that's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
We had a nice conversation when you weren't there. Uh, where did we leave off? What did you last hear me say?
You was talking about Tony Atlas.
Oh, no shit. But did I get to the point where I said, I was angry about the interview that he did? I wish, Tony is invited to come back into the fold. But after we did our SummerSlam 1989 live watch-along Sunday night, which was a great success, the fans had fun watching a great old classic 80s WWF event with us. When I got home, Oscar, I think you know the answer, but the email that was waiting in my inbox, can you believe that? That was a gift from the wrestling gods that said, Dan Marati, you do not deserve the knife in the back.
Right.
Well, if you don't want to say it, I will. It was an email from Tony Atlas's daughter-in-law, who had a lot of stories about the Tony Atlas that lived with her mother behind closed doors. She had photographs. She had stories. She had a lengthy recorded phone call that the fans are going to hear where Tony's wife, she talks about a lot of things. She talks about money that Tony stole from her. She talks about many children, apparently, that Tony has that he doesn't acknowledge. He's a controlling man. He's cheated on her. So, I mean, this is really getting deep, almost Jerry Springer-like Tony. But you know what? Tony continues to shoot those bullets in my direction. And, brother, at some point you got to pull the gun out and shoot back. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. Now stop.
All right, let's hear it,
Let me
brother.
just give you a little warning.
All right, let's hear it.
Just a little warning. Be very careful. Getting into
We
a
lost.
fight with Tony Atlas is not like getting into a fight. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Getting into a fight with Tony Atlas is not like getting into a fight with Marty Jannetty.
Now, why
Tony
is that?
is because he's an older Bobby Lashley. That's why.
Well, like I said, all I have done.
Wait, no. Well, my ass. You don't want to get into a fight with no damn Tony Atlas. I'm telling you, you're not exactly in the most physical condition to be tussling around with no damn body anyway.
Well, I'm not looking to tussle. I'm just looking to resolve the issue.
People like that, you make him mad enough, he gonna come there looking for trouble.
With his $90 rent-a-car?
With his $90 rent-a-car, however he got to get there, you make him mad enough, he gonna come see you. So
Well,
you better watch your walk.
As I've said, Oscar, all I have ever wanted to do is try and be a friend and help the man. I want him to try and have the best.
And another thing, why do you keep?
Why do I what?
Why do you keep getting into these wars with everybody? Why can't you just be the bigger man and walk away?
Because it continued. I had nothing to say about him, and then again he went on the program on Saturday and started
So
firing.
what?
I don't
I
like.
told you this before. So what? If they want to talk, if it ain't true, leave it the hell alone.
Well, you know what? I know Tony's daughter-in-law would like to do the interview. So what do you think we should do about that?
I think you should. Let me tell you what you should do.
What should we do, brother?
If you want to be a friend and you want to talk to her on the phone and let her grieve and vent, matter of fact, I'll tell you what, she could even call me because, if she want to vent and grieve, she can do that. But as far as all of this public stuff and putting it all out there in the atmosphere and all that, no, stop it. Seriously, cut it out. No good can come from this.
Oscar, I respect your opinion. I really do. I hope you know that. I consider you a great friend.
Nothing.
I know you've got a couple of years on me. You've lived more life than I have. You have much more life experience than I do. But you know what? At the end of the day, like I said, at some point, do I want our junior ambassadors, Brandon J. and Devon Brent, going on YouTube and seeing this shit and having them question me as if I was trying to harm someone and do them in that way? I would never want Tony to lose his Social Security check, ever. I don't want him to be poor. I want him to do well. You know, that was the point of the whole show. He was the one that stabbed us in the back. And not only did he stab us in the back and steal from us, but then he wants to go online and besmirch us on Sunglasses at Night's talk show. I don't agree with that, Oscar. I think that's 110% wrong. That's classless. I think Tony's a better human being than that, in my opinion. But you know what? Not according to his daughter-in-law, that's for sure.
Okay, well then you don't, like I said, you don't need to. You do not need to have. You don't need to have an interview with her like that. I'm so serious.
Well, tomorrow.
Think that through.
Tomorrow night, it's pretty simple, Oscar.
Lord.
Unless the fans are on Patreon now. Yeah, and I say this. I almost had the the saying where they have the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. I had John Cena Sr. on one of my shoulders trying to insert his good thoughts into me, and then the red-faced Dan Marati devil was on the other. But you know what? I almost gave Sunglasses at Night an episode. I said,
wait.
What
did John Cena Sr. say?
I don't think he's familiar with what happened over the weekend, but, you know, I think he was pretty disappointed in Tony with what's gone down, and he thought if we just left things alone, things would calm down.
Boom. There you go.
But nothing is.
Boom.
It hasn't stayed quiet. So what do I do?
Stay quiet. Leave it alone.
So I should just let him continue to attack me like that?
Yeah, he can shout to the moon. He can go. I told you this before. He can howl at the moon. He can go on all the shows he wants. You don't have to respond. It ain't gonna make you look no better. It ain't gonna make you look no better constantly being in a war with him, Marty, John Cena Sr., me, Satan, whoever. It's not gonna do nothing for your career. It certainly ain't gonna make you no money. And it ain't gonna do nothing for the common cause or the common good.
Well, like I said, I gave Sunglasses at Night about 20 questions to ask Tony next time he's in the studio. And then we have the phone call with Tony's wife and Tony's daughter-in-law, where Tony's wife, isn't exactly complimentary about the life she's lived with Tony since she found him living under a park bench in Maine.
Okay, well, you don't need to. Okay. Wear sunglasses at night. Blind people and assholes. We would have entertained either one of those. We would have entertained either one of those four.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, we've never named them by name, so we haven't given them any publicity, right?
Yeah, well, that's what you're doing. You're doing it now.
No.
And I done told you. I told you. Stop using my damn show for these fools.
Well, you brought it up.
Well, I was concerned about you. But I thought Tony Atlas literally hemmed you up in New York and jumped on you. So I was making sure you was all right.
Oh, no. He didn't physically attack me. He was just verbal.
All right.
Howard Miller wasn't happy, let me tell you, and neither was Lou.
Who?
Howard Miller and Lou.
Who the hell are they?
Our crack staff studio here. Our support crew.
Okay, when you say that, like I know them, like I know who they are.
I think you've met Howard before. He was the one that was the stunt double in Private
you know
Parts.
what?
You remember Howard?
I met Randy Goldsmith before, and I don't remember who the hell that is. So you can't. So what?
All right, Mr. Chicago. A lot going on in the world of Chicago. A lot of AEW action coming your way. This is the big week. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do we see CM Punk at the United Center Friday night for AEW Rampage's debut in Chi-Town?
I would if I were them, but fans, I wouldn't count on it.
Why is that?
Because, let me tell you.
Let's hear it.
I would do it on one hand, but at the same time, they probably, I believe he signed a contract. I believe he's coming.
Yeah.
But because it's so anticipated, they probably will drag his appearance out maybe until 2022.
I look at it like this, Oscar. They have 3 dates in Chicago the next week.
So I'm saying that to say, no, I understand what Chicago is, and
No.
like I said, I would definitely do it, but
Why-
they may not.
Why would they add the 4th date in a bigger building before they have 3 dates they have to fill in one building the next week? That doesn't make sense to me.
Because you don't have to.
Because what?
You don't have to.
What? Chop, chop. Where are you, Oscar? Are you there? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
All right, what did
You
you
don't have to use CM Punk in order to have a show. Even if they had it 5 days, they'll get fans in there in the anticipation of Punk coming, but they didn't make no promises.
Well, they've all been advertised that they allow the fans to chant CM Punk because they zoom in on the fans chanting CM Punk.
They've been chanting CM Punk.
I can't see them renting that building for no reason. They had to have gone out of their way to rent that building for a reason, Oscar.
Nah, it's not a matter of no. I put it like this: Is CM Punk advertised to come?
Well, the fans are advertising him, that's for sure.
Nah, I'm saying what the fans were doing. Did they advertise Punk to come?
They have teased it strongly, but no, not verbally.
Okay, that's the reason why they don't have to do it.
Well, I think it's a huge mistake if they don't.
No, well, I understand why you do, but I can understand it. I can understand it if they don't.
Why would you want to make your fan base angry?
Because
here's my point of view.
they can get angry.
I look at it like this: where they've teased it so strongly and so hard, all you're going to do is let your fan base down if he doesn't show up. If he's no, my turn. Let me finish, and then you can say whatever you want. If he's let's just say you're right, he's not debuting this Friday on Rampage. Why let the fans encourage it so much? Why not cut to different things? Why zoom in on the fans chanting it? Don't set the fans up for disappointment. They have a rabid fan base that loves them right now. Go ahead, your turn.
Okay, the reason why you can do it and get away with it is because if CM Punk come Easter, all is forgiven.
Well, like I said,
whenever he comes, that's gonna make it up. That's gonna make it up for Friday night.
They have 4 shows in one city over the course of, 9-10 days or so. The fans are anticipating Mr. Punk on Friday night. They went out and booked a massive arena. They had to have booked that arena for a reason. If not CM Punk, what is the reason?
They have it. They have it a show regardless whether they use CM Punk or not.
But why would they go
I'll
out
put
of
it like this.
Why would they book? They're having a hard time filling the shows up with fans as it is. Why would you book more shows in a city that they're already not even sold out in for the other 3? Why not go somewhere else?
Because anticipation is not a promise.
Well, I think it sets up, like I said, I think it sets up disappointment, but we respectfully disagree with each other.
They're going to keep coming back until he's still, okay, you know he signed the contract, right? And we
technically don't know that. What's that?
We don't know he signed the contract?
No, Tony Khan will not publicly
comment. Okay. Oh man, that's all the more reason. I didn't say he signed the contract. I didn't say he was coming. Y'all assumed, so they gonna come the first night to see if he comes. He don't come the first night, they come the second night. He don't come then, they still coming the third night. They gonna come every night of them shows to see if he don't show up. If he don't show up, all they gonna do is get in the parking lot, shake their fist, and get in the car and leave. But they still gonna watch, and they still coming back wherever the hell they go next.
Well,
I'm telling you.
That type of shenanigans really hurt WCW over the years. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, but see, the difference between that and this is eventually, okay, it's like the chick that keep coming over. She come over with her cleavage out and her ass hanging out and her lip gloss popping, knowing she ain't planning on giving you shit.
Oscar.
But every time she calls, you gonna tell her coming over because maybe tonight is the night, and you will do that. You will do that until the wheels fall off.
Well, I expect him Friday night. I guess you don't. It's going to be interesting to watch. They've got everybody talking, if nothing else.
Same thing.
Everybody's talking.
So I'm not saying he's not gonna do it. He probably come out there the first night. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I put it like this: I'd be pissed off if I sit through the whole show and watch it, and then I don't see it. But what you gonna do about it? Come back the next day to see if it happens?
It's not like you can ask for a refund because they didn't really advertise them. But
it didn't. Just because you thought it and you expected it, don't mean it has to happen. See, that's the point I'm trying to make.
I just think when a company has so much goodwill, you don't want to turn off the fan base. That's just my opinion.
Well, see, I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you is in all likelihood, I'll put it to you that way because I don't know the situation. In all likelihood, it's going to happen. And if I'm pissed off the day it do happen, believe you me, I'm going to forget about all the days it didn't.
Well, that's a good point, too. I respect that. But do you think over the course of those 4 days we're going to see Daniel Bryan?
Did you hear about a contract signing with him?
Rumors. The rumor mill says that he's in.
Yeah, see, rumors. Okay, rumors don't make the steak medium well. Hell, it don't even put the steak in the oven.
He's a free agent.
It don't even go to the, so what?
He's a free agent. He can sign anywhere he wants with no restrictions.
WWE still might be hunting in that forest for that dog too. So they in the running.
Well, in addition to that, Tony, what about a guy? I'm sorry, Tony. I've got Tony on the mind. Oscar, I should say. What about a guy that no one's really talking about? What is going to happen with Braun Strowman?
What's going to happen with Bray Wyatt? Ain't nobody talking about that either.
Well, Bray Wyatt has a no-compete through Halloween, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay.
Strowman is legally able to go to a promotion now.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I mean, it would be good to have Strowman, but you really don't need him right now because you got way too much going on. If you did have CM Punk coming, and then you are on the cusp of signing Daniel Bryan. I mean, it's a thing to how much talent do you really need? Because, see, what my point is, you get too many people, especially top-tier players. You get too many top-tier players, what the hell are you going to do with them?
I believe, here's where I agree with you on that. I think if you introduce them too close together, I think it takes away from their impact.
Exactly.
You need to spread it out. You need to share the wealth a little bit. You know what I mean?
And they already got their top guys that they trying to they're trying to get over in angles, in title shots, and all those other kind of stuff like that. And if I'm them, I'm nervously / pissed off at this point because they done took all this time to build this promotion. They're doing their thing. So when these other top guys coming in, I don't care what you think about it, these guys are going to have to move over to some extent in order to make room for this new crop of seasoned professionals that have a history of putting asses in seats,
Bigger
they're gonna have to
names.
move over, right? And that's not gonna make people happy.
Well, maybe they. I think here's the problem, and I've mentioned this before. I think that AEW would be wise to do anything possible to avoid AEW Rampage turning into what WCW Thunder turned into, watering down WCW Nitro, and the same can be said for SmackDown. When SmackDown has been hasn't had dual brands where it's just been everybody's on both shows. That's hurt SmackDown an awful lot too. I don't think AEW should do that with Rampage. I think no one should be on television twice a week as a general rule of thumb.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's
Well, why give someone the chance to watch someone on television for free 104 times a year as opposed to 52?
no,
I,
I
I
know.
don't think I don't think anyone should be on TV once a week. I think you should make their appearances have more value.
I got you. I'm in complete agreement with that. I understand, but yeah, like I said, I don't know. I mean, it's. I'll put it like this: don't try too hard to beat WWE by making all of these spectacular moves to where you can't beat WWE.
Well, all right, let me throw this out at you. Interesting point of view.
Because
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
that seems to be that's the way I see it. That seems to be that end game. And if you go natural and you take your time and you build the brand, you might get up there with them. I'm not saying beat them, but you might get up there with them. But if you just keep shooting your wide with just making all these moves, spending all this money, trying to get all these people on TV to where it's cramped so much that it don't even make sense, like J.J. Dillon used to call it. You cram all these people, and all you got is scrambled eggs.
Interesting. Well, let me ask you this. A man that left WWE, they say he's AEW bound as soon as he's legally able to head in, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. What do you think about Nate going to work for Tony Khan?
I think that it would be perfect because the talent could use the tutelage and the knowledge and the mentorship of a Ric Flair. It cannot hurt, certainly. They're already talented, but having Ric Flair in there, especially if he's in a helpful mood, which that ain't no guarantee. But if he's in a helpful mood, he can't hurt the promotion. That's what I say about it. He can't hurt.
Well, it's going to be an interesting time. I think Ric Flair is an icon in this industry, a household name. You know, even if he really can't do anything in the ring in 2021, when it comes to third-party licensing, I think it helps an awful lot to have Ric Flair under contract. When it comes to try and set up international television deals, having someone like Ric Flair under contract certainly helps. I think it's a loss for WWE, and they just kind of let him go, which was kind of sad in my opinion. I don't know what you think of that.
Yeah, no, I think it was a real loss because Ric Flair, in one sense or the other, his name carries wrestling wherever he goes. He is that much of an icon. He is that much. You got that much weight in the wrestling business. I mean, you talk about him, and you talk about living people. You talk about him, and you talk about a Bret Hart. Some of these people, they can only enhance a brand just by showing up backstage every week.
Yeah, no, I think the moment Ric Flair walks in, AEW gets more credibility.
Yeah. Well, definitely so. I would definitely be on the hunt to sign him. If it was my brand, if I put
All right, let me ask you about this one, Oscar. A man that I believe officially becomes a free agent on Sunday, Adam Cole. Certainly one of, if not the top stars of NXT, is a free agent on Sunday. His girlfriend, Britt Baker, is, I believe, the AEW Women's Champion, one of their top stars. Could you see Adam Cole making the big jump from the WWE Universe, at least, to join his girlfriend in AEW?
No, positively. I mean, just the fact that she's over there makes it damn near a slam dunk that he's gonna wind up over there eventually. And then he's one of those people. He's one of those people where you can insert in situations, and then it makes total sense almost right away.
Yeah.
Without it offending anybody, and people don't gotta get pushed over. They don't gotta make room. Adam Cole will be able to slide right in.
Well, I think he, again, to the AEW fan base, I think he'd add an awful lot. I think the fans would go nuts. I think size-wise, he really fits in well in that promotion, as opposed to someone like Braun Strowman.
Right. I mean, he could have matches with Johnny Gargano or John Moxley. Whoever the hell else, and they will be good matches. Adam Cole is a talent.
Yeah. He's fantastic. It's the only issue as far as WWE goes. I think it's just he's a little thin and he's a little on the shorter side.
Yes.
And you know how they look at their quote-unquote superstars. That's why they had so many cuts recently. They want people that they can push on WWE TV as superstars. They're not looking for guys that are 5'7", 5'8", 180 pounds to push on Raw and SmackDown. They want big guys.
I don't know. I think it's a mistake because it's going to hurt in the long run because these little mid-sized guys make good matches. Good matches make good television. And see, the problem with the bigger guys is the bigger guys practically always got to be in a tag team situation because they get blown up real fast.
Yeah, I agree with you. At the end of the day, Oscar, now that it's almost time for him to make the choice, where do you think he goes? Does he stay with WWE or does he join his girlfriend in AEW?
Well, that depends on something that we don't know about. And what that means is the contract negotiations. That just depends on what they're offering. If they're offering him the same thing, then you go to AEW if they're offering him more. If they're offering him more, not just money-wise, but they offering to call you up to the main roster, but with the stipulation in your contract, they're going to give you something that's going to elevate your career. And that's a different story.
Well, all right, folks. We'd love to know what you think. If you're watching the premiere after Raw, share your thoughts in the premiere chat box on the right side of the screen, or if you're watching after the fact in the comment section below. Also, if you could, give us a big Hacksaw Jim Duggan-like thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. It costs nothing. It lets YouTube know that you're liking what we do and that you want more and more of us, and they'll showcase our video to new fans. It's very important, especially as we head into our Back to the 80s WrestleFest reunion Saturday night, November the 13th at Memorial Hall, downtown Melrose, Massachusetts, just 2 blocks away. Right now, we're going to take a brief time out. When we come back, we'll be joined by the man on a mission, Oscar. Stand by. Tickets are on sale now at BostonWrestling.com for our 20th anniversary Back to the 80s WrestleFest, Saturday, November the 13th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Mass. The World Wrestling Federation was live at the Met Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Thursday, August the 16th, 1990. In the opening contest, Haku beat Barry O. The Barbarian with the win over Rugged Ronnie Garvin. Coco Beware defeated the Genius. Marty Jannetty and Shane Douglas, who replaced Shawn Michaels, victorious over the Orient Express. Dustin Rhodes beat Bob Bradley. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase with the win over the Big Boss Man via disqualification. And in the main event, WWF World Champion, the Ultimate Warrior in the Texas Tornado, defeated Ravishing Rick Rude and WWF Intercontinental Champion Mr. Perfect. If you were in Minneapolis live, share your memories in the comment section below. Use the links in the description box to keep Wrestling Legends working in our eBay store and on our world-renowned Patreon streaming service so we can bring you more interactive superstar shoot interviews to relive the good old days of professional wrestling. Check it out. Boston Wrestling Sports in the MWF explodes into a new year with professional wrestling content galore and need you to join our family. Every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. after our Monday Night Raw review, it's Wrestling Insiders at your house with WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. after NXT and AEW, join rotating legends on Wrestling Insiders Special Edition. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. after our NXT and Dynamite review, it's Marty Jannetty's no-holds-barred sex, drugs, and rock and roll journey on Wrestling Insiders Party with Marty. Friday night after SmackDown, don't miss John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insiders Fabulous Fridays. Plus, look for classic clips, history videos, bonus live episodes, pay-per-view, watch-alongs, and more. For less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, get early ad-free access to our Wrestling Insider talk shows, our acclaimed studio shoot interview DVD library, and help keep wrestling legends working during the worst of times. Join our growing family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Expect the unexpected in 2021.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, I'm Dan Marty.
And I'm Mr. USA WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas.
The road to WrestleMania has begun. Wrestling fans are looking to add to their man caves. You got to see what we have in the eBay store.
Check it out.
Here's your chance to own a piece of history from the 2020 WWE Draft. On the second night, October the 12th, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Alexa Bliss unleashed hell on Andrade and Zelina Vega. This limited edition 11x14 collector's poster is number 26 of only 50 made, personally signed by both The Fiend and Alexa Bliss, direct from friends at WWE. Comes with certificate of authenticity hologram on the poster itself, suitable for framing. You'll also receive a bonus autographed mystery photo and an on-air shout-out as our thanks to you. Get this ultra-rare autographed Fiend and Alexa Bliss poster now. Wrestling fans, especially here in the Boston area, we want to thank our great friends at Red Rose for their support for all of our charitable endeavors and programming efforts. Red Rose is 2 years young and extremely thankful for all the support they've had from our neighbors here in Melrose and beyond for an amazing first 2 years. Red Rose thanks Melrose and all of the first responders who have fought the good fight and have never given up hope during these unprecedented times. We did it together. Follow Red Rose on Facebook for their anniversary special, facebook.com/Red Rose Melrose. You'll be glad you did. Open until 2 a.m. Red Rose will give you fresh, piping hot, mouth-watering food that'll put an ear-to-ear smile on even the toughest critic's face. Check out their full menu online at redrosema.com or give them a call, 781-620-1889. Wrestling fans, welcome back to Wrestling Insiders. Monday Night Mission, Dan Marati, along with your host with the most, Oscar of Men on a Mission, former WWF Tag Team Championship manager. A lot going on in the King of Sports, Oscar. One thing we failed to mention with all of the AEW happenings is that music video that we premiered on the show last week. It got a great reaction from the fans. What the hell exactly was it?
Over a year and a half, I've been working with a company called GPS Productions, and I actually put out an album.
And you said there is, 14 songs?
Yep, 14 songs.
Well, this studio is welcome to you if you need it. I already spoke to the powers that be. I think we could have a lot of fun if you needed to, whether it be for recording or video content for some of the videos. You know you can always come to the place where everybody knows your name. And I'm not talking about Cheers. I'm talking about MWF Studios here in Melrose.
All right. Well, I will definitely keep that in mind and talk to my powers that be and my bailiwick, and we'll see what we can work out.
All right. Well, to Oscar, we had a big loss in the world of professional wrestling this week. A man that was going to be joining us at the Cauliflower Alley Club in less than a month. The late, great, a man I was surprised was not in the WWE Hall of Fame, Dominic DeNucci.
You know, I'm gonna tell you why that hurts. Dominic, I've told the story a million times about when I first started watching wrestling when I was 8 or 9 years old, and I watched it on Channel 9 in New York at midnight. And Dominic DeNucci was one of the first talents that I saw in wrestling. I remember when he lost the tag titles to Lumberjack Pierre and can't remember the other one. Lumberjack Pierre, and he got the double axe at Madison Square Garden. And he was with Dino Bravo.
Yes,
Dino
they were
Bravo
tag team
and
champions. Yep.
Dominic DeNucci was the tag team champions. But I was in Madison Square Garden the night that they lost the title to the Lumberjacks. I was so heartbroken, but he was the one that put them over. But he was one of the first ones that introduced me to this thing called wrestling.
Well, and you know what? Think of some of the greats that he trained. Once his in-ring career wound down, Mick Foley, Shane Douglas, probably the most well-known of the crop of talent that came out of Dominic DeNucci's school. But even in his 80s, I believe he had his retirement match at the age of 80. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, I can believe it because, I mean, the man was in shape back then. If he was training people, he had to stay in shape to keep up with these young cats. So he was mindful of that. So, yeah, I do believe he, at the age of 80, he could have pulled it off.
All right. Well, he did. I think it's so sad, Oscar, that next month when we're enjoying our now, have you booked your slot for Sin City yet for the CAC?
No, I have not, but I am going to definitely do it this week.
Well, I have a great idea I'm going to shoot you a message of, because I forgot to shoot you the message last week when it first jumped into my head. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun in Vegas. We're lining up some great guests for Vegas. I think we're going to do some early Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks toy drive work in Vegas. So we got a lot of cool stuff happening. I love the Cauliflower Alley Club. Things right now are in a little bit of chaos. As we know, Brian Blair's son unfortunately was murdered. He's dead. So that really puts the club in a tough spot where Brian Blair is the president. But to me, what I think is great news, Carl Lauer has returned to one of the executive positions. I love Carl. Carl has been a friend going all the way back to 1995 when they used to have East Coast Cauliflower Alley Club reunions for a few years. And you know what? He's not going to steer the ship in the wrong direction, but it's just as far as who's going to be there, when, why. I'm trying to get a list so we can line up as many great guests as possible, Oscar.
Yeah, but my man is gone. That was my favorite guy.
Who?
I told you his name.
Oh, Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan Dollar.
Well,
damn.
Morgan was a great guy. I thought the world of Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan had some issues with Brian Blair, and he decided to step down from his position, unfortunately. But no, you know what? I'm going to shoot Morgan a message and see if he's going, because he's got a great personality. He's a really fun guy. He loved the club. He was everything about what the club was for. You know how much we love the Cauliflower Alley Club here in Boston Wrestling. Anytime we can do anything to help raise some money for a talent that's in need, or just to help the club in general, we're very, very willing to do it. So I'm really looking forward to hitting Sin City, Oscar. I fly in on 9/11, which is kind of an odd day to fly, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, now what are the dates?
The reunion activities would be taking place the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th.
All right. Okay. Now that makes it easier on me because
you have that cyber signing or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I got that thing in Jersey on the 15th. So I actually can.
It's on the 15th? That's a Wednesday.
Yeah, it's on the 15th. Yeah.
That's a Wednesday, Oscar.
Yeah. Well, I don't book these things.
I thought it was on a Monday. I apologize.
Nah, it's on the 15th, and then the day after that, I got a thing in Baltimore. So no, I thought what did I think? I thought that it was gonna conflict with my time in Vegas because I thought it was the 15th. I thought it was the 15th on somewhere.
No. I guess you'll have to miss the big awards banquet, but there's still a lot of other stuff we can do.
Oh yeah. So
now the big question is, will Dreamy Mimi be there?
She told me I ain't going nowhere without her.
Without you, she needs to be there.
Yeah. So
all right. Well, I understand. She spoke with President Reese Saturday night, November the 13th, at Memorial Hall in Melrose as part of Back to the 80s WrestleFest. Mimi will be singing the national anthem, from what I'm told.
Yeah, Reese is starting to piss me off.
What did Reese and his pieces do?
I keep asking him, is he coming to hell to Vegas? And he still ain't made up his cockamamie mind yet.
Well, I'm going to break him on him after the episode, too. I'm going to send him a group text, and it's not the same without President Reese.
I know, I know.
What the hell else does he have going on in San Diego? Does he have are there that many pieces?
I don't even know.
David Reese must have the best cardio of any male in San Diego with all these pieces.
Reese, when I talked to Reese walked like 2 or 3 miles a day to get to work when he was out there in Melrose.
I don't think he needs to be doing any walking with all the cardio he's getting with the pieces, but that's a different story for a different time.
Well, he does the walking to get the cardio so he can keep up with the pieces.
Well, I tell you that there's pounds of sweat in the sheets, from what I'm told, from some of these hotels that he stays at, with the pieces.
Yeah, well.
Pounds of sweat.
Dr. Reese is a pimp.
Well, that's why he's got the establishment out in Vegas. Maybe he can confer with the Godfather. Maybe get a few tips from him on running an establishment like Reese's Pieces out in Las Vegas.
The Godfather, he done quit too, so I don't got.
Yeah, he retired from the industry. I was kind of surprised by that too. You never know in the king of sports professional wrestling what's going on with our craziness. But hey,
so what? All right, so he quit Cheetahs. What is he doing now?
Just enjoying life, I think.
Oh, well, good for him.
He likes to go we're friends on Facebook. He likes to go and do shooting, and he likes to play pool, and he's just living it up. I'd love to set something up with him when we're out there as part of the Paul Bearer Toy Drive. It'd be nice and easy. Instead of having him fly to Boston, we're going to be in Vegas. We could meet up with him.
Yeah, no, positively, yeah. So there, let's get in touch with him and see what we can do.
Shoot him a message, yeah. Well, a lot of folks we're looking to be talking to. I can't believe I'm already thinking about a toy drive, considering it's August 16th. But you know what? I am not going to every year I say I'm never doing it again. And then, of course, I change my mind and I say we have to continue to honor the legacy of that wonderful human being, Paul Bearer, who I still love so much and think about every day.
And then, too, it would be a shame to quit because it's for a great cause. It's for the kids.
But I can't put myself through the December I did last year. It was insane. So my goal is in 1 week, let's bang out some people in Vegas. Let's do a Wrestle House 2 after Thanksgiving. Bang them all out in 1 week, and then it's done. All I have to worry about is mailing the stuff out. I can't go through every single weekend someone flying in. I was mentally and physically exhausted. I was working here at the studio on Christmas Eve and Christmas. I didn't even take those holidays off, still trying to do the holiday headlocks work. It was overwhelming for even I. And my work ethic is pretty strong.
All right, well, if you, wait a minute. Wait. I'm a little confused. Let me get this right.
What do you got?
Cauliflower Alley is what dates again?
The 12th through the 15th.
Of what?
September. Jesus, Oscar. Get with it, brother.
Nah, you know what? I'm totally out of it. Guess what?
What?
Okay, my deal that I got going on is in October.
So you're going to be in Baltimore and New Jersey, and you know what? That makes more sense because I'm looking at the calendar right now. The 15th of October is a Friday, and then there's that convention in Baltimore on the 16th. Maybe we should go down to the convention and promote the show.
Yeah, no, well, it ain't that far from you, but no, my point is that totally frees me up the time to go to Vegas free and clear.
So you're going to be there for the whole reunion, none of this half and half stuff.
Yeah, I can go. Yeah, I can come for the whole thing. Yeah, I better get on the good foot and make some arrangements.
Well,
okay.
There are still rooms available at the Gold Coast Casino for you.
Oh my God, how much a night are they now?
$40-something, I believe. Or are you going to get one of the suites? Which one?
One of the suites. It's called Hilton Grand Vacation Club.
Well, I know Howard Miller is anxious to head over to the Gold Coast. He's heard about the world-famous buffet, and he wants to have a buffet on some of the women. But I don't know. That's a different story for a different time, I guess.
Don't do. No. But you know what? We going there at least once so we can have a good time.
Just so we can laugh at, I guess, at their buffet.
Oh
I don't know.
No, we definitely gonna get a lunch in. But that's it.
You know what's got me agitated, Oscar? I just mentioned that the regular rooms are so cheap. But like I said, for us to do what we want to do as far as the interviews and the toy drive efforts, we need to have one of those bigger suites. Those go for over $300 a night.
They got a lot of nerve.
So even when I win, I lose. Story of my life, I guess, right?
Yeah, the last time I was in Vegas a couple of months ago, I stopped by the crap table with $100, and I walked away with a couple of grand.
Did you?
That was at the Rio.
Well, next door at the Rio. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I know.
Oh, and another thing that I helped too. Guess what?
What do we got?
There's a place out there that we got to call in advance because, you walk with the cane and stuff, but they got them scooters you can rent. They bring those straight to the hotel.
The Gold Coast has them for rent.
Oh, well, why you never get one?
1 year I had to, before you and I became friendly. That would have been 2011 because I couldn't walk. I literally had to have medication mailed to me at the casino, which still didn't help all that much, and I had to spend the money on an electric scooter for the week.
When I was at the Rio, I had a scooter the whole time, and that made life a whole lot better getting around.
Well, Harley Race and I actually had a race in the scooters. Another great Dan Marati memory. But no, again, fans, if you're not a member of the club, caulifloweralleyclub.org. I know a lot is kind of up in the air this year where so look at how many of the award recipients have passed. I mean, Road Warrior Animal. Now you're talking about Dominic DeNucci. He was supposed to receive an award. So it's disappointing, but I know we're going to have a good time no matter what. No,
we're gonna have a great time, and
even if we have to create our own fund.
Yes, that's right. That we do it anyway.
That's the only way you can do it. I tell you this though, the fans have continued to suggest that not that, my God, if we were to go to the lengths of to try and create, an official nonprofit organization, the work that would take, but fans would like to see some kind of a similar banquet out this way here in the Boston area, and it's something I've thought about. I just don't know. At the end of the day, it's all about if the fans going to support it or not.
Well, I put it like this. You know what? Let me tell you something. If the fans support it, that's a bonus. But if we had something like that, even if it was just us, we deserving to do something like that.
Well, it's Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex would be a great spot, but unfortunately, that establishment that we love so much is going to be closing down over the next couple of years and turned into...
Oh, is it closing down, really?
Yeah, they're going to be turning into a multi-use complex, I guess. So the Kowloon that we know and love is no longer going to exist, but, that doesn't mean there aren't other venues where we could do something like that. Even, Memorial Hall does weddings and banquets and things like that, as much as I don't want to have to deal with that creature, Piglet, in the corner.
You got to deal with her. No matter what you do there, you got to deal with her. She run the place.
Dealing with Piglet.
Yep, you got to deal with Piglet.
Well, maybe you can deal with Piglet on Saturday.
Nah, see, no. See,
you don't want to deal with Piglet.
I'd have been the cuss Piglet out. We'd be banned for life.
Oh, you'd cuss Piglet out?
Yep.
Well, we'll have to talk to Howard Miller about that. I know he wants to do... he doesn't want to cuss her out. He wants to do something with her, though, but I won't say that on the air.
Oh, Howard Miller got the hots for Piglet?
I think Howard has the hots for Piglet, yeah.
Okay, all right. That takes it to a whole nother direction.
Yes.
This is what we got to do.
All right. Well, Oscar, any final thoughts on the world of wrestling this week?
I'm getting ready to tell you what Howard Miller got to do for us.
What's Howard Miller got to do?
Stay on task. Howard Miller can sweet talk Piglet and turn her into one of Howard's pieces, then Piglet will be a whole lot nicer to us when it comes down to the things we want to do.
Let me ask him. Howard, can you hear me? What? Oscar wants to know, can you take one for the team with Piglet and help make life easier for us? No. You're very familiar with what she looks like, aren't you?
No. Come on, Howard.
He said, come on, Howard. Come on, can you take one for the team or what, Howard?
How much am I getting paid?
He wants to know, how much is he getting paid for Piglet?
Well, he's getting laid. What the hell?
He said he's getting laid. What the hell?
With a woman named Piglet?
With a woman, that's what he said, with a woman named Piglet?
Howard, think about what it's going to do for us in the long run.
Oscar said, Howard, think about what it's going to do for us in the long run.
Do I get any of it?
We're not saying you have to go for hours.
Yeah, wham, bam, all right, Piglet, hook my boys up.
Oh, if Piglet ever heard this, my dear God, that might be the end of it all. All right. Oscar, is there anything else that we're missing this week in this crazy world? We lost poor Dominic DeNucci. We're talking about Howard slamming Piglet. We got the Tony Atlas scandal. We got AEW on fire right now. Vince continues to look to try and rebrand NXT. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, one more thought.
What do we got, baby?
Leave Tony Atlas alone.
After tomorrow night, if Tony doesn't have anything more to say, that is fine.
Hey, we didn't make no headway at all. Forget tomorrow night, which I know you ain't. So
it's already online. I can't control it at this point.
You ain't got to put it out there.
It's already online, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, all right, man. No, ain't nothing else.
So, you know what? If Tony wants to make peace after that, I am more than willing to let there be peace.
Hey, you talk to his daughter-in-law and see if he want to make peace.
All right, well his daughter-in-law reached out to me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He going to kick both of y'all asses.
It's like what it said on your Facebook. Dear God, no matter what is happening in my life, thank you for the privilege of being alive today. Amen. What a nice message.
Yeah, you ought to read that a couple more times and think about what you're doing.
Well, you know what? We'll never get to relive today, will we?
All right, I'm done.
Oh, you're done. All right. All right, for my partner in crime, the man on a mission himself, Oscar. We look forward to what'll probably be a very big week here in Boston Wrestling. Again, we're going to be announcing the 6th featured superstar for our Back to the 80s WrestleFest reunion when we relive that great decade that was the 1980s when Oscar was rocking and rolling with Andrew Dice Clay. Remember, the ticket prices go up after we make that announcement on SummerSlam Saturday. So save yourself a few bucks. Head on over to BostonWrestling.com. Chairman Neil Manolian, he's checking those tickets on the hour, baby. He wants those VIPs sold out. Tiger Mulligan put me on the spot, Oscar. He said, if the VIPs sell out, you have to bring Ric Flair to WrestleFest. I mean, you
Ric
talk.
Flair?
Rick, he said if the VIPs sell out in advance, I have to bring Ric Flair in. That's quite a challenge.
All right, well, you tell him whatever he drinking, share it with the rest of us.
Well, what if the VIPs sell out? Then we got to do it.
We're gonna use that money for something what we really can afford.
Well, if the VIPs sell out, we can certainly afford something great, but that's up to the fans. If the if the fans get those tickets, baby, we'll be rocking, we'll be rolling. All right. For the man on a mission himself, Oscar, I'm Dan Marty. We will see you next Monday night after WWE Raw. Enjoy SummerSlam weekend. Don't forget, we're going to be having live watch-alongs during SummerSlam and then during NXT TakeOver 36. Oscar, maybe you can even chime in on YouTube while we're watching them.
Yep, that's a bet.
All right, folks, we'll see you next week. Good night from Boston. Thank you for joining us. Please give the video a big thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the channel to enjoy more great content. Don't forget, you can help keep Wrestling Legends working. Check out our eBay store and join the Boston Wrestling family at patreon.com/Boston Wrestling so we can produce more in-depth shoot interviews.